Would you let your phone write your birthday card? That's the question some Samsung users might be asking after the latest beta update to One UI 8. The third beta is now rolling out for the Galaxy S25 series, and while it brings a few expected changes, there's one new feature that really stands out. It's called Now Brief, and it just got an upgrade that adds a surprisingly fun use of artificial intelligence. It reminds you of birthdays and even helps you create an AI-generated birthday card in just a few taps. Imagine this: your phone notices it's someone's birthday, gives you a reminder, and then offers a quick shortcut to send a unique, automatically generated card. You tap the prompt and a pop-up lets you enter a few details and choose from different art styles. In seconds, the card is ready and can be sent directly to the birthday person. For those moments when you don't have time or don't know someone that well, this feature could be incredibly convenient. But that's not all Now Brief is doing with this update. It now includes other helpful features like parking spot reminders, smart home alerts, and more notifications for incoming events. It's all about making your phone feel more helpful without you needing to dig through menus or set everything up yourself. Now Brief was first introduced with the Galaxy S25 lineup and acts like your personal daily assistant. It gives you morning briefings with the weather, your energy score, calendar events, and other small updates to keep your day on track. With each update, Samsung is making it more practical and personal. This third beta doesn't seem to have any serious bugs either, which is a good sign. Users have reported a stable experience so far, and with a couple more beta versions likely before the final release, One UI 8 appears to be heading toward a smooth launch. Samsung is expected to have One UI 8 pre-installed on the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7, and other eligible phones should receive the update in the coming months. Unlike One UI 7, which brought major changes, One UI 8 is more focused on small improvements and useful features, especially those powered by artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, Apple is going in a slightly different direction. With iOS 26, Apple is betting big on a visual makeover with its new liquid glass design, but didn't highlight artificial intelligence as much during its event. This sets Samsung apart, as it quietly adds AI features that are simple, yet effective, like birthday reminders and smart cards that don't feel over the top. Whether or not people will use the AI birthday card feature regularly is another story. What's the point of spending over $1,000 on a new phone if it barely feels different from last year's model? That's the big question now that leaked specs for Google's upcoming Pixel 10 Pro and Pixel 10 Pro XL have started making the rounds, and if these details are accurate, the upgrades this year might leave even the most loyal Pixel fans scratching their heads. From the outside, both phones look almost identical to last year's Pixel 9 Pro and Pixel 9 Pro XL. That's not too surprising. Many phone makers keep the same design for a few years, but the surprise here is that the specs inside haven't changed all that much either. According to Android Headlines, which has a solid track record with Google leaks, the Pixel 10 Pro will come with a 6.3-inch OLED display. That display will offer a 2856 by 1280 pixel resolution, up to 3000 nits of brightness, and a refresh rate of 120 Hz. The display is still protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, the same as last year. So visually and physically, it's hard to tell the difference. Under the hood, we're finally seeing Google make a big shift, replacing Samsung's 4nm technology with TSMC's 3nm process for the new Tensor G5 chip. This should mean better performance and maybe even improved battery efficiency. But processors get faster every year. That alone doesn't make the Pixel 10 Pro a must-have upgrade. It will still come with 16 GB of RAM and storage options, starting at 128 GB, going all the way to 1 TB. The camera system seems nearly unchanged, too. The Pixel 10 Pro still features a 50 megapixels main sensor, a 48 megapixels ultra-wide lens, and a 48 megapixels telephoto lens with 5x optical zoom. Even the front camera sticks with a 42 megapixel sensor. It's possible the hardware has been slightly improved or tuned better, but if you're just looking at numbers on paper, it doesn't really scream next generation. Battery life is another area where we expected more. The Pixel 10 Pro's battery will reportedly increase to 4,870 mAh, just a small step up from last year's 4,700 mAh battery. Wired charging gets a slight bump too, from 27 watt to 29 watt. Wireless charging stays the same at 15 watt. That's barely noticeable for day-to-day use, and certainly not a headline feature. Now let's talk about the bigger Pixel 10 Pro XL. What if a small change in a wallpaper gave away one of Apple's biggest iPhone secrets of the year? That's exactly what might have happened in the second developer beta of iOS 26, where a simple wallpaper, the famous clownfish one, could have quietly revealed the screen resolution of the much-rumored iPhone 17 Air, according to a detailed analysis by Macworld. This updated wallpaper has a resolution of 420 by 912 at 3x, which, when converted, points to a display resolution of 2736 by 1260 pixels. No current iPhone model uses that resolution, which has led many to believe this could be tied to the iPhone 17 Air, Apple's rumored slim and lightweight iPhone model set to launch this fall. What makes this especially interesting is that the numbers almost perfectly match a prediction made in July 2020 by trusted TF Securities analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, who claimed the iPhone 17 Air, previously referred to as the iPhone 17 Slim, would feature a 2740 by 1260 pixel display. That's just a 4-pixel difference on one side, which could easily be due to software scaling or placeholder values. Kuo also mentioned that the phone would have a 6.6-inch screen, and since then, most sources have agreed on that display size. So when you line up the leaked wallpaper resolution with Kuo's earlier prediction and the lack of any existing iPhone using that resolution, the odds that this wallpaper belongs to the iPhone 17 Air become much stronger. Beyond just resolution, the iPhone 17 Air is expected to bring several other upgrades. There are whispers that Apple may include promotion support on this model, which would bring a 120 Hz refresh rate to a thinner, non-Pro iPhone for the first time. That would make scrolling and animations much smoother compared to the 60 Hz panels used on current base models. Another detail being mentioned is the type of OLED panel. Rumors say Apple could use the M14 series OLED, which would reportedly be 30% brighter than what we have in the iPhone 16 lineup. A display that bright would significantly improve visibility in outdoor conditions, especially under direct sunlight. Internally, the iPhone 17 Air is expected to be powered by the A18 Bionic chip, giving it more speed and power efficiency, though we don't yet know the exact battery size in mAh. However, if Apple uses its usual chip improvements, the new processor should help the phone last longer without needing a bigger battery, and because this model is focused on being slim, battery capacity may be slightly smaller than Pro models,